What trend means to me, I think it's something that we want to be on the watch out for, whether it be color trends or lifestyle trends, and how it relates to our own profession. As florists, we want to see what the consumers are looking for, what the consumers are feeling, what the consumers are wanting. To be aware of what's going on allows us to position ourselves, each one of us, to be at the leading edge, at the cutting edge, to know that we're going in the right direction and that we're leading the consumers in the right direction. To know what's going on in a broader picture is so important for all of us in our little different niches around the country, around the continent, and around the world. But at Trend Summit, our aim is to gather as many people of note who are the trend setters, trend watchers, trend influencers in our industry, starting from the farmers right to the end users. We want anybody who touches flowers, who are in the business of flowers, to contribute to some of the decisions that we make as to determine what's happening now and what's coming tomorrow, so that we can properly prepare ourselves and to educate ourselves to be on the leading edge of the trend making. Well, 2020 event really follows our 2018 event, and we actually have sort of similar lineup of industry leaders because we'd like to follow up on what we did a year ago. We're actually focusing on, of course, the color side, which will be led by Leatrice Eisman of Pantone. I mean, she is sort of the guru of color trends. So, we look to her to kind of lead us in that discussion. And then we have, Gregor Lersch, who's coming as sort of the global watcher. He travels around the world and he sees what's going on in different parts of the world culturally, and the different things that are being significantly noticed as the trend determination for that's happening globally. And of course, he is following what's going on with designs around the world, the design styles and the design tendencies. And then we have Holly Chappell, Sue McCleary, Francoise Weeks, who have been leading in the wedding world, in the floral fashion world, and in the floral couture world, to show what the consumers are loving, because they're the ones that's posting regularly on what is possible to do with flowers in the decorative, into sort of the bridal world. Just watching what they're doing and how they're moving their people, in what direction, by color, by texture, by photography, by, putting out there beautiful images of what weddings can look like. And then we have, like Deborah Prinzing, who also get involved with us because she sort of leads the slow flower movement, and all the farmers that are working really hard, producing beautiful floral product locally in all the different regions of Americas. If we could have as many people, trend watchers, that are notable and that are accountable, feeding into us information about what can be the upcoming trend, the better our expectation of what trends that we follow are. The best part of this conference is that we have all these people gathered, we have a discussion. So it's not determined by only one person or two people who decides that this must be it. It really is in discussion with many people of all different parts of our industry. Yeah, like I say, right from the growing end to the people that are wholesaling it, the vendors, the manufacturers that are creating the products and supplies that goes into floral design, as well as those who are leading the different kinds of businesses, whether they're in the wedding industry, event industry, if they're in retail, or that they're freelance and they're watching all what's going on with different businesses, to have some input from people who are in the mass market, who are constantly doing surveys to see what the consumers are wanting, what kind of ways that we can move them to what kind of color trends and textural trends and the different mixes and blending of flowers. To have a sit down where we can talk about this as a whole group of people who are involved, deeply involved in all these different parts, nets us a much better vision of what's going on and what should go on in the future of this industry.